Hi everybody. I got a request to show the soot technique from one of the Christmas cards that I shared the other day, and the request was from Nancy Martinez. Hi Nancy! And for those of you who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with her work from the amazing gifts that she has sent to me and to Trisha, a little shabby chic. Hi sis! Incredibly talented, but Nancy is doing videos now. Hooray! She has shown some wonderful, wonderful projects and things that she's done and things that she's working on. So definitely, I'll put a link to her channel down below. Definitely go over, say hi, subscribe, show her some crafty love, and it's a pretty safe bet you won't be disappointed. She's just super sweet, super talented, and I'm so glad you're doing videos now, Nancy. Yippee! Happy dance! And before I get started on the soot technique, I just wanted to show you something else that I learned from the Carol Duval show years and years ago. And you actually can, there are clips from her show on YouTube, so just do a search for her. I mean, she's just an amazing variety of things for inspiration and techniques that she shared, and I totally missed that show. But one of the things, I'm going to show it this way first, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but there is an image inside of there, and it's on transparency film. I'll just put the piece of paper back behind it so that you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, that is the flat side. But I've actually done several of these over the years, especially for gifts for people who've just had their first baby, with the baby picture in it, and or separate ornaments for individual family members. It's just a really, really nice gift. Now, I am going to embellish this one up some more. And people always ask me how I get it in there, and I just tell them it's the magic of Christmas. But it's pretty easy to do. And a really, really cool technique, especially if you put these ornaments near a light. Okay, now, so for the soot technique, you need glossy cardstock, you need a Versamark ink pad. It's the watermark stamp ink pad. You need a rubber stamp. I can't find my acrylic block. Lord only knows where that is at the moment. And you need a candle, and I lit this a couple minutes ago so the flame would get going. And I also have back here a bowl of water, which I shouldn't need for this, but I'm going to try some other things too, just to see. I'm going to play a little bit. So you want to ink up your stamp. Get something here to protect my table. You want to ink it up pretty well. And, I just slid it. Hopefully that won't make too much of a difference. Okay, looks pretty good. And one thing I forgot to get was a napkin or paper towel, because you were going to need that too. Just grab one. Okay, so you'll be able to see the stamp. There you go. On the paper when you do it, and I definitely leave excess paper to hang on to. Okay everybody, I'm back. I've got a tapered candle here, and this actually does work best for this process. And I've got my stamped image with the Versamark ink on the glossy cardstock. And what you're going to do, and you have to keep moving. And if for some reason you don't, make sure you have a bowl of water next to you. but you're going to actually let the on the stamped image side down toward the flame, just run the paper over the flame so that it catches soot from the flame, and you keep it moving until you've got your image covered, or however much you want to do. Get that spot a little bit more. Leave yourself room to hold on to the paper, and you've got a soot covered image. So from there, you're going to let it cool off for a minute, and just grab yourself a napkin or a paper towel, and let me see if I can get it in shot here. Now I'm about to get my hands filthy doing it this way, I'm sure. You're just going to wipe it off. And you see that the soot has stuck to your stamped image. Obviously you're going to have a sooty background too, but it's that stays on the surface of the paper and it's not going to rub off. So it gives you a really cool background. So what I thought I'd do would be to play with some other things. So let me see. Let me see where my zoom is here. Okay, I've did a regular embossed image on the cardstock. And I'm going to try to rub the Versamark just over top of that, just to see what happens. And as you see, I've got plenty of paper to hold on to with this. So I'm just letting it go into the flame. You can see it sooting up there. And I'm just keeping it moving, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I'm going back to get areas that I missed, or areas that might need a little more soot, since I'm going to be rubbing it off. But the key is keep it moving. Don't let it touch the wick, because yeah, you'll almost certainly catch it on fire if you do. So here I have my soot covered image, and I'm going to wipe it off. And some areas are darker than others, but that might have been just because of the way I inked it, since I was doing it in a hurry. But kind of cool. I'm liking that. Okay, and then I wanted to see if it will work on mirror card. So I'm just going to cut a small piece of it off here. I figure since it's a glossy finish, it should work. I'm going to use the same stamp. Pressing it in there. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the stamp or not. So here we go. It's sitting up nicely. Okay. good soot on there. And wiping it off. And no. It wiped off the whole stamped image. Okay, so the next try, I had a little piece of crafting copper sheet, and I've already got an embossed image on it that I ran through my Big Kick. So I'm doing the Versamark on top of it. And let's see. And here I definitely left myself room to hold on to it. And this is sooting up nice and quickly. I guess I don't have to worry about as much about it catching on fire as I do about it getting hot. Which it is. If it gets too hot, put it down. Okay. So you can see it's nice and sooty. I'll rub it off and see what happens. Okay, and it did take, and again, I've inked it up with the Versamark pretty quickly. Something like this, it might be better to use the Versamark pen so that you can get more detailing. But, yay, that's a possibility that's going to be fun to play with. And I've got... This probably the same thing is going to happen with this, but some pearlized finished paper. I figure while I'm here, I might as well just check out the possibilities, right? Stamping my holly leaf image on there, which you may or may not be able to see. I'm just going to wave a little bit, maybe dry it a little bit so that hopefully it doesn't just wipe off. And you know what? I think I'm going to let that set for a couple minutes so that hopefully it'll stay on there. And now I have like, not sure what you call this, but it's kind of a metallic finish on the paper. And this one almost looks like a gold linen. Trusty stamp again. Okay, and this is the one I'm most concerned about and why I have the bowl of water here. Because it's not paper. I mean, it's paper, but it's not like text weight paper, but it's not heavy cardstock either. Oh, and there's Lulu, wanting to know what in the world Mama's doing. she's so cute. The front door is open and we have a squirrel that we feed, and he comes to the door. So the two of them nose to nose with the screen door behind them. It's so cute. So they've been having some fun playing this afternoon. Okay, so there is that paper sooted up. Let that sit for a minute, and let me take the pearlized paper and see if we got anything. That actually works, letting it sit for a few minutes. So maybe I'll try the metallic paper again. And if you rub, you can actually get the surrounding soot, most of it, to come off. Okay, so that's the pearlized paper. Okay, and this is like the brushed metallic look paper. And no, the image kind of disappeared. I mean, it's in there a little bit. You can kind of see the image, but the soot didn't grab onto it. But it's sticking to the rest of the paper, so that's kind of cool. Hopefully you can see that. Or you can maybe see the holly leaf a little bit in there. So Neato Cheeto on that one. Yes, I'm not going to try the metallic again right now. I mean, that just wiped totally off. So regular glossy white cardstock. Actually, I have a piece of glossy photo paper here. So I'm just going to try that real quick. Just to see, because sometimes people have that more readily available, or you can get it on sale, or you've got scraps of it that you want to find a use for. So let's just try it. Okay, into the flame. Okay. Whoop. And the paper is actually curling a little bit. And it actually cracked. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to do too much more on this. Okay, photo paper. Don't use it. It's just rubbed off, and it actually, I mean, it made a popping sound, and it's got cracks in it. So, photo paper, no good. An inexpensive, heavier glossy photo paper might work. That's actually Epson premium photo paper. So that one doesn't work. Regular white glossy cardstock, embossed with the Big Kick, copper, or the copper sheeting that was embossed through the Big Kick, and the pearlized paper. So there are some possibilities there for you. If you're going to play with it, please remember to be careful and take all the proper safety precautions. And hope to see what you do with it, because this can be a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to play some more with the copper, and be a little more detailed about, or take my time actually stamping it. So there it is. And it does get messy. I don't recommend vinyl gloves while you're doing it, though, because the heat could melt them, and that would not be a good thing. So have some fun with it. Hope to see what you do, and thanks so much for watching. Appreciate your comments, and we'll see you soon. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.